Welcome. This video I'm going to show you my favorite automation tool. You can automate virtually anything you do on the internet, and it can also turn your automation into a Windows software that you could then sell. And I'm going to show you a software that I've created. It took me about 15-20 minutes. This one is to get data on specific apps. So just to show you how it works, I put in a field. Let's say I want to find information on fitness apps. So I put in the word fitness and click run. And now what's happening is it's following all the commands that I put in, and I'll show you some of those in a second. And those commands are going to lead it to collect data. So if I show you where the data's being sent to at the moment, if I pull this up, go to here, you see it's created a file for me called fitness. I've called the folder App Scout. And if I open this file with Notepad++, you can see it started to populate the file with data on the apps that it's found relating to fitness, and it's collecting the name of the app, the size, the rating, when it was last updated, the list position, the number of installs, number of downloads, and also the email. So it's going to keep doing that for me for as long as I tell it to. You can make it go for as long or collect a specific number of data that exists. And I've put in some delay so it's not going to go too fast, and in a second you'll see it will come up. There we go. See, you can see it work in the browser here. If I come back to that file, you'll see now it's updated. So I could allow this to keep going for as long as I wanted, and all the data is there, and that would be in a nice spreadsheet. So I'm going to stop that now so I can show you. I'll just pause it for a moment, and let me show you around this amazing tool. So there is a learning curve involved, as in everything. Actually, I'll press stop for now, and I'll open another window just to show you the sorts of things, how easy it is to do. You don't need to know any coding. You've got a list of commands, and within each command set there are sub-commands. So for example, in browser commands we've got navigate. Now all I have to do is drag that in, and if I put in, for example, Google, and click OK, and if I click run, it's now going to go to Google. Now obviously there's no point just going to Google, so let's do something else. So we'll do a search, and we can either to do a search we've got to put data in this field here. So we can either put type text, or we can just put the mouse here and drag, oops, sorry about that, put the mouse in here and drag it. And let's type in some text, and we'll call this Manchester United. We want to look at the best football team in the world, and click OK. And now if I click run on this, you can see it's put Manchester United into the search bar. You don't need to do any clicks, because when you do a search it will automatically bring up all the information. Now from there, maybe we want to scrape some data. We want to see what websites come up, and the easiest way to do that is to use the scrape command. So if we come up here, when we're scraping lots of things, we're going to create a list. So we're going to add items to the list. We'll call the list search results, and we're going to scrape from the browser function. We're going to scrape attributes, click this button here, hover it over the data that I want to scrape. So in this case it's going to be that, but obviously that would just scrape me this particular one, but I want them all. So I'm going to click here and come onto the tag name and say OK. And what do I want to scrape? Let's say we want to scrape the URL. So we'll go to the full href, which is the URL, click OK, and we run the mode. And you'll see now you can't see anything happening, but if we come up here to the view, look at the debugger, we can see it's scraped all of these items, 112, straight off. So I'm not going to go through all of the commands with you in this video, but I just wanted to show you a little bit about U-Bot software and why I use it. So basically anything that you do on the internet you can automate, and you can make things do things over and over. So it's not a question of, for example here we put in one thing, but maybe you want to do it 100 times, in which case we just go to the flow, we create a loop, we'll call it, I'm only going to do this 5 times, and I'll move these into, just move that one into there, and let's use a delay. Wait, delay by 2 seconds, and I'll pull that into this one as well. Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to go to Google, it's going to type in the command, it's going to wait 2 seconds, and then it's going to do the whole thing again. Obviously that's got no real value by keeping to type the same thing in over and over again, but it just shows you how a loop command would work. So if I click run, it's gone to Google, it's typed in Manchester United, it's waited 2 seconds, and it goes to Google again, types it again, waits 2 seconds. So it's going to do it 5 times because that's what we've told it to do. I'm going to pause it now, don't need to keep doing that. Some of the amazing things that you can do with it, you can save things to files, even into specific folders. You can scrape data, you can post to different platforms, you can send emails directly from the software, so you can verify emails, which basically scans your mailbox for verification emails and opens the verification links. So you know when you sign up to things and it websites will send you a verification email, then you've got to go and open your email and verify it. Well, this command here will do that automatically for you. It's got settings commands, so you can actually change the, for example, the user agent, which would mean, let me show you. So a user agent, I'll put this on stop. The user agent is the browser where the visitor is coming from. So sometimes we might want to see what a mobile user is going to see, for example, from an Android phone. So if we click that and we set the user agent to Android, I'm going to take this out of the loop because we don't need to keep doing it for 5 times. Delete the loop and have a look now, and I'll delete this one here. So what's going to happen is it's going to change it so it's coming from an Android device, then going to navigate to Google, then type in Manchester United, and then wait 2 seconds. So let's have a look. Okay, now you can see it's a completely different browser and it's typed in Manchester United. So on a mobile browser, that's where we're stuck now. It's not going to show us the rest. So what we're going to do is click this button here. So if I come back to the browser options, I'll pull down the click, and I can just click this button by element to click, calls that, and pull it over the search button here. It puts in the name, click OK, and now if I click run again, it goes to Google, and this time it's clicked the search button, which brings up the search results. So this is just a very quick look through at what U-Bot Studio can do. This is a tiny fraction of really what it does. It's very powerful. It's really worthwhile taking the time to learn the commands and go through all the tutorials, because it's going to save you a huge amount of time. It will mean you won't need to buy 99% of all software that comes out. You won't need to buy, because you'll be able to create it yourself. Also, when you've created the software for yourself, you can then turn it into a Windows software, as I mentioned before, which is very easy. You come to File, you're going to save, and then you're going to click Compile. So if I click the Compile button there, you can have it with your affiliate number, so you can earn you some money. If people click the button through to buy U-Bot Studio, you'll get paid a small commission. You can have capture services included in your bot. For example, if your bot is filling in forms that have captures, you can have it so it automatically fills in the captures. You can have, with developer options, which I've got here, you can customize the user interface of your software. You can remove the U-Bot branding. You can hide things. You can make the software do things without even the user seeing the browser, so it will all happen in the background without them seeing anything. It's a hugely powerful piece of software. If you're interested in automating your online life and also creating some software that you can sell, keep 100% of the profits, this is an amazing tool. I've had it now, I think about six years or so. It's gone through a large number of upgrades. The support is excellent. I'd highly recommend it. It's well worth getting to grips with, because I say you can automate virtually anything you do on the internet. Any repetitive task you can automate. It's really powerful. Highly recommend it. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll try and post a few other things as well in relation to this, and we'll cover some of the other automation tools that I use in later videos. Okay, hope that was helpful and of interest, and see you in another video.